Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight Contest Edition. Today we have an incredible under the sea, water-themed dueling coaster submission. So stay tuned and let's check them out. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. We are going to dive right on into things. Our creation of the day is Ray and Maku, created by Dandy Chiggins, one of our Discord beginner builders. And here they say, a flying coaster Ray and a Giga coaster Maku intertwine through a pirate town and wreak havoc on it, breaking through ships, reefs, and buildings. Message: this is my very first submission, so it won't be amazing. The rides could use some tweaking. I'm not the greatest coaster designer, and I wanted to spend a lot of time on the scenery because pirate themes are my favorite. I have a few other projects in the works, so this won't be the last time you see me. That's the spirit. I love the attitude there. What do they say about ride preferences? Ray is best in chase view during daytime, and Maku is best default seating in either day or night. Boom. Okay, a pirate lover. That is definitely a rare thing among the community. Pirate is a pretty underrated theme, so I'm pretty excited about this. Let's get into it. All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. At nighttime, it looks absolutely incredible. That just the blue underwater immersion that you get, the vibrance of it all. While it's pirate themed, it's also very under the sea themed. I would say more so under the sea than anything. And the Ray versus Maku, I'm assuming it's sharks versus stingrays. Seems to make sense. So there's that definitely that versus element in terms of choosing two different sides. There we have Ray, and we have even these little tiny miniature stingrays. That's great. Nice little touch there. And then we have Maku on this side, and we have a little shark fin on the A. I love it. As you can see here, having the stingray flying coaster going up this way, Giga coaster on top, just creates such a crazy effect. The guests are facing opposite ways. It's just a sandwich of awesomeness right there. Oh, it's so good. So we didn't say to prioritize night in the comments at all. Said that Ray is best at daytime and Maku is either day or night. But look at the amount of effort got into this lighting. We've seen coasters where people ask for nighttime and they're not even as well lit as this. So we definitely need to do a nighttime ride on this. But watch this. We flip it over to daytime. It looks just as incredible. All those blues, the work you did here, it's almost like an aquarium built into the supports. The stingray going over. Do you have a shark on this side? Oh, that would have been brilliant. Too bad. Yeah, the gradient here that you have going on. I mean, that might actually count as a shark fin, right? So it's a stingray and a shark fin. Ooh, maybe. Oh, great design. Amazing design. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. These new builders are just destroying this bracket. So far, of what I've recorded, I think this is the 9th episode. No, sorry, 8th episode. Probably the most impressive contest we have ever hosted on the show. The skill just gets better and better every cycle we do. Definitely high praise on this one coming up. Let's delay no further and ride the coasters. So we're going to start things off with Ray is best in chase view during the day. So we're going to do Ray. Starting off with Ray, we're going to head down the queue because the queue was integrated and designed. I'm going to skip that little rock there. Beautiful vistas coming up here. I'd like to see a little bit of railings or something here so people don't fall in the water and get eaten by sharks. Well, that's quite all right. And here we are at the boarding station, ladies and gentlemen. So featuring Stingray, a flying Stingray coaster, very suitable here. Your ride exceeds the G-force limits. They did say don't go too hard on me because I'm not very good at designing coasters. And we see that minimal vertical G's at negative 8.5, very extreme. Lateral G's going way above at 4.65. So some pretty crazy G-forces, definitely. And it says that it's orange across the board. That is very intense. We will look into talking about how we can improve that for you in the future. However, the coaster design looks great, regardless of the stats. It goes up to 70 miles per hour. Holy moly. This is crazy. Okay, let's ride it and find out. So as requested, we are going to go into Ray in chase view. If I'm not happy with the way this turns out, I will try something else, but we're going to do this as requested. Let's go. wow. While we're exceeding G-forces and technically the stats are bad, I think your coaster design principles are really creative. The track layout was phenomenal. I really enjoyed that. I think I might want to take another look at it after. Yeah, we're gonna take our time with this one here today. I think this is a phenomenal creation. So we're gonna move over to the Rage now. Looking at the G-forces, they're much more improved. I think the lateral Gs could be reduced just a little bit. Same with the vertical, just a slight bit. This one's a lot more tolerable compared to the last, though. It's getting there, but the Stingray, the flying coaster, is a little bit harder to design. So there's a look at the stats. It is a Giga coaster. Let's get on it. Oh, we're gonna switch it to night for this one. And what did he say? Default seating. We'll go middle row. Right, very nice. I think with this one, we're gonna go back to daytime and we're gonna try an orbit view. I'm a little skeptical about the cinematic working on this because there's so many close interactions, but I could definitely force a view of the dueling action with orbit. So we're gonna do that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the interaction between, I love everything about this creation, to be honest. While we had a little bit extreme results on the Stingray here, we could take a quick look at that here and talk about it. So if we go over to our testing, go to our heat maps, and we go to the lateral G-forces, this is basically mainly for the creator. You want to keep an eye on those. The laterals aren't actually too bad here. It's getting a little extreme around here. If you want to reduce that, bank it harder, and it'll reduce the G-forces, and you can also bring it out just a little bit further. So that's just one spot to keep an eye on. Everything else is looking pretty good there. But if we go over to our vertical, there's going to be some hot spots there. So you can see the big blue bits. That's where it's getting really extreme. It's because we're coming down off that first drop into such a tiny pretzel. This needs to be scaled up larger if you want that to work, or the coaster needs to be coming into it with less speed. So we're getting those extreme G-forces there. It's just a little bit too much. Honestly, I think that design of the pretzel looks nice there, but maybe it would have been better if you just did a big inversion. Coming through here, it's also really hot, and basically the same thing I said about the lateral. Basically, this spot is creating two issues, and you bringing it up and around more, that would have spread out those G-forces. So when you're designing your coaster, just watch the heat maps on your vertical and lateral Gs. If it's getting way too in the dark colors, the negative and the positive, that's when you just want to kind of rethink your track layout and spread things out a little bit more. Open it up, expand it, and mess around with that. The other one's looking pretty good. I wouldn't say there's anything too hot and heavy. Just requires a little bit more banking here, and again, a wider track. And your vertical, it's getting pretty hot over here. You get the idea. Let's just talk about the overall concept, though. I think the dance, the dueling, the aspects that you had integrated between the two coasters are great. Some of the strongest in the contest so far in the beginner bracket. There's a lot of integration. The orbit view is amazing. The theming is so fun. I love the stingray, the shark concept, the colors, the vibrance of it all. Now, you did say it's pirate theme, but it feels more like underwater adventure, but you have that pirate stuff in the background, and you can kind of say it's a mixed hybrid, you know, pirates going fishing for sharks or whatever. It's all kind of in the same wheelhouse. So I think it all works really well, having that Caribbean theme highlighted around this like underwater sea adventure. Just really brings it all together and makes for a very fun creation. Theming wise, like you can definitely tell it's like the stingray versus the shark, and you have a lot of those elements in here. So I definitely think you nailed the spirit of the contest. You made incredibly fun dueling coasters. You definitely have so far created the most unique lift out of anyone has in the contest, and mixed two coasters together that have this like symbiosis. They're opposites, but then they also work together. One's the Giga coaster's the shark, and then the flying coaster's the stingray. It just works so well. I think it's a smart aspect of the contest that we didn't really talk too much about up until this point. What coaster did you choose and why? And I think in this case, the coasters add to your theming. So even though maybe the stingray could have, you had these underwater elements, the stingray could have done more of that, and the shark could have surfed across the top of the water a little bit more. There are ways you could have pushed that concept a little bit further. I think just the choice of the coasters and then the exterior theming and the things that you did with the basic shapes brings it all together to be very, very spiriting of the contest. So absolutely amazing job. I can't praise it enough. Again, another builder coming out. And I love the fact that you said in your submission here, you have a lot of projects in the works, and this won't be the last time you see me. With this contest, this is the first time we're seeing a lot of people, and I look forward to seeing everybody in this new builder bracket, what they do next for just the regular spotlights and future contests as well. Seems like through these contests, we are creating some up-and-coming masters and legends, and that is so wonderful to see, and I hope everybody in this bracket makes a return. So keep it up. High praise for me. What did you guys think? At the end of the day, you are the ultimate deciding factor of who wins in this bracket, and it's tough competition. I liked all the creations so far. There's some that stood out to me as heavy hitters, and this is definitely one of them in my opinion, regardless of how crazy the G-forces on the coaster was. At the end of the day, this is a video game, and we're basing this off creativity and fun factor, and this was certainly a lot of fun. But it's up to you guys. If realism is what you want to vote on, that is your decision. Everybody gets a vote at the end of the bracket. So stay tuned for that, everyone. Leave your comments down below for Dandy's Chiggins' first creation. I'm sure he would love to read your comments, and that's going to do it for me in this episode. I will see you all in the next one. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye now.